My name is Paul Dolner. I live in Laverkin, Utah. I'm originally from Omak, Washington. I've lived in Utah for about 10 years now. Moved here, fell in love with it. It's the reason why I moved here. Beautiful area. Work for the sheriff's office. I've been out there for almost 10 years also. I work in the jail. Didn't think I would be there this long, but I ended up falling in love with it. So. When I was at a stoplight in Hurricane, it was early in the morning. I was going to pick up my dry cleaning, my uniforms for work, and I was rear-ended by another individual. They're going about 35 miles an hour, and I was parked at the stoplight, and pretty good hit. Initially, I had bad headaches and a sore back. It lasted for quite a while, and later on, I discovered that I had some scarring on my muscles from my back that had been torn a little bit during the accident. A wrist injury that sustained during the accident. But mainly the main symptoms were just really chronic headaches and a lot of back pain. Well, after several months of going back and forth with my insurance company, they contacted me and they told me that a doctor had reviewed my file somewhere in another state and determined that I didn't need any more medical care. However, my local doctors that I was seeing for the different things, the injuries, said something different. They told me that if I didn't continue to get treatment, that I could possibly have injuries that would affect me the rest of my life, and that I needed to continue doing some of the therapy and some of the treatments and going to the chiropractor and whatnot to prevent that from happening. So called the insurance company and they pretty much just told me this is how it was, and so I decided I had to contact an attorney so that I would have my medical bills paid. Well, initially I had hired a different attorney, and some time went by and there was poor communication and it didn't seem like much was happening, and so I ended up going with Ron Truman, and instantly I was able to see the difference as far as communication. Whenever Ron would file something in court or talk to any of the doctors, he would call me, have his receptionist call me, or shoot me an email and just let me know. He frequently sent me messages and asked me how I was doing and kind of making sure I was continuing to get the medical care I needed and everything was covered, and just a genuine person. I could tell right away he really cared. Absolutely. Like I said, the thing I noticed instantly with Ron is that he communicated with me. When I switched over to his office, right away I was in there with him, talking to him. He had all my documentation. He had everything. He had a pretty good idea already of what was going on in a really short time. He instantly got the ball rolling on some of the things that we had been waiting for, like getting the insurance company up to speed on what the doctors had said I needed to have done. He contacted some of the other doctors just to make sure that that I was getting taken care of first and foremost, and that was really important. But just having somebody there that you really feel has your best interests in mind, that meant a lot, because at first when I hired my first attorney, I didn't feel like any of that was really paramount. But Ron cares, and I spent a lot of time talking with Ron just about things that weren't even related to the accident, just life and family. And Ron's a pretty amazing guy. He's done a lot of things too for the community, and he definitely cares about the community, which is important too. I think when you're dealing with people in the community, it's important that you're rooted in the community, and that's how I see Ron. Yeah, we were not able to reach an agreement with the insurance companies as far as reimbursing all the medical providers and trying to make everything back the way it was before. So Ron decided that we should take the case to trial. We did. One of the things about that is we spent a lot of time in Ron's office, going over documents and files and discussing what would happen. Ron, I feel he really prepared me to go to trial, because it is kind of a unique experience. Being up there is not easy. One important thing that Ron told me that, really kind of stuck out in my mind is Ron said, no matter what, just be honest. He's like, if you're honest about stuff, you don't have to try to remember what happened. And which is good to hear somebody say that. Obviously has integrity. But we spent a lot of time in the office and just kind of going over everything and really letting me know, hey, this is what's going to happen. This is what the opposing counsel is going to say to you. Don't take it personal. It's their job to, try to make things look a certain way, and it's our job to try to show the truth and how it really is. Ron did excellent. He has a presence in the room that it's undeniable that he's a professional and that he knows what he's doing. In addition, he's kind of got a glow about him. When you see Ron, you can just tell he's a good guy, and that comes through in court also. He dresses sharp, and he's very intelligent, but he doesn't talk down to people either. Very just matter of fact. And he didn't try to point the blame on anybody else. He just tried to point to the facts and show, what had really happened and why things needed to be done a certain way. It came out in our favor. After, I believe, 2 days, the jury ruled in our favor, and I was able to get all my medical bills paid for, which was my biggest concern, and just take care of everything so that I could start, getting everything back the way it was before and continue to seek the medical care that I needed.